What up guys, this week's tutorial will be about a random number generator I recently created. It's one of the most random number generators you can get in Minecraft, and I actually believe it's the most random one. The random number generator is using dispensers, and dispensers can either dispense one of the 9 items you put in them. If you only put 2 items in it like I just did, it's going to either dispense a fire charge or a diamond. If it chooses a fire charge or a diamond is completely random. So yeah, and if it dispenses a diamond, nothing is going to happen. It's just going to generate an off signal. But if it's dispensing a fire charge, it's actually going to put the netherrack over here on fire, and the fire is causing a block update. The piston I am pointing at is actually a part of a block update detector. So when it gets updated, it will notice that the block over here is powered, and if a block that is diagonally powered from a piston gets powered and the piston itself gets an update, like from fire or a block moving next to the piston or a block touching the piston, like this, it's causing an update. So it's going to get a block update, and then it's going to get powered. It's going to push the wool block on this torch, causing this block to get powered, and also the piston getting powered by the wool block. So the piston is actually pulling the block up, and that will distinguish the fire. There will also be power transferred into this repeater. It will turn the torch off and also the redstone off, and when the redstone turns off, the piston notices that and it's going to retract again. I'll quickly demonstrate it and take a look at the redstone lamps, because this is the output and it will only pulse. So this version is a pulsing random number generator. So when I press a button, you'll see this time it created on, off, on, but it's only a pulse. So many of you will probably want something that will remember the latest generated random number. So yeah, I made a little modification to the previous version, and it's about 2 extra blocks in length, so it's really compact. And by adding the piston over here and torch over here, it's actually going to form a little memory unit. So when the bud switch toggles, the torch over here will power off and the torch here will power on. And when that happens, the piston extends and puts a block on top of this torch, and it's going to make a little loop. But because it's happening so fast, it's going to get stuck in a loop because the torch is off when the repeater is powered. This one is turning on, and then it's basically the torch over here is getting the same signal as it was from the repeater from the piston. So it's just keeping that state. And yeah, that's basically what happens. So for this one, the button is right over here, and the input is actually inverted. So that's a little different from the previous one. So let's generate a new one. And as you can see, now it's on, off, off. Let's generate a second one, and now it's on, off, on. So if we hook this one again up to a decoder like we did over there, we can generate 2 to the power of 4, and that's actually 16 different signals. Okay, so let's build it. First, you are going to start out by placing a block here, put a piston right on top of it. It has to be a sticky piston because we are going to push up a netherrack. And then we are going to place a dispenser right over here, put fire charges and a random dispensable block in there. I'm using dirt. Then you're going to place a piston right over here, also a sticky piston, and put a block of choice there. You are going to place a block right here with a torch on the side. So when the piston pushes the block down, it's going to power this piston, and it's also going to power a repeater right over there. And we have to use a repeater, otherwise it's going to interfere when the block is pulled down if we put redstone there. Now we just make a little circle, we place a torch on there, and then we place some redstone dust, and that's really important, otherwise it's not going to work. And now we basically created a bud switch. If I remove the block over here, it's going to update. So yeah, that's our bud switch. And if you extract the signal right over there, you actually created one module of the pulse random number generator. So the first one I showed you. If you want to keep the latest generated random number, you are going to place a torch right over there. put a sticky piston like this, facing down, and a block like this. And now all you have to do is place a block over there with a torch like this. And it has to be on the block over here, otherwise it's again going to interfere with the redstone. So now we created a little loop, so if the piston extends, it's going to loop around and it's going to stay extended. And if you want to decode the signal, you just have to place a repeater like this, and every single redstone you place after the repeater will be the output. So if we build multiple of these, we can create a randomizer like I just showed you, and I'm going to build 2 other ones. So I'm going to have a 3-bit randomizer with up to 8 different outputs. Okay, so I just finished building the 2 other modules. Now it's time to hook them all up together so we can just press a button and generate a random number. So how are we going to do it? Well, very easy. We're going to run a wire over the dispenser, and you have to place it all around because you can't right click on a dispenser like this. And we're going to go 2 blocks out of the last dispenser because otherwise we're going to create butt switches and stuff. And we're also going to run a wire right over the most top block of this, put torches above the redstone dust, and then just run a redstone wire all across it, except for this one, because that's going to be a torch. So just place a torch over here, and yeah, that's it just generated the first random number. Now just put a button on here and you can start generating your random numbers. And now you have a binary combination, so you have to decode it in order to get something that looks like if this is wire 1 and this is wire 2, this is wire 3, 4, and these are all the different combinations, all the different outputs you can have. You want something where either one of these is on and not multiple of these, so that's what we are going to get when we put a decoder behind it. We're only having one output on, and now we have multiple or none on. If you want to know everything about it, and yeah, I really suggest you do, because I made a tutorial on it previous week, and it basically tells you everything about decoders. So yeah, what I'm building now is a decoder, and I'm building one I showed you in previous week's video, and it's a design by myself. It's pretty fast. It's faster than the usual decoder because it's using glowstone, and yeah, if you didn't know, glowstone has really awesome properties because it can transfer redstone current in a really cool way. So if you have something that looks like this, just so you know, with a 3-bit randomizer we can have 8 different outputs. So if we decode it, we want 8 of these trenches. So now I have 3, but I'm not going to decode every single combination because yeah, I'm just doing a tutorial. If you want to calculate how many different possibilities there are, you just take 2 to the power of the amount of wires you have running here, and that's basically how many combinations there are. So 4 bits would be 2 to the power 4, so that's 16 different combinations, etc. But if you want to know more about it, like I said, watch the decoder tutorial. Now you're just going to place glowstone like this for every different combination you're going to decode. And place redstone wire on top of it, like this, and place blocks just like this. And now it depends on which combination you're decoding. If in the combination the line is turned on, you're going to invert it. So currently I'm decoding this combination and this line is on, so I'm going to invert it. In the current combination, this line is turned off, so I'm just going to place redstone on there. And in the last line is turned on, so again a torch, and run the wire on top of it like this, because otherwise you're going to interfere with the redstone. So just run wire all over it and it's giving the same result. Then for the next number I'm just going to generate a new number. Now this line is turned on, and as you can see the torch is now turned off, so it's not this combination that is selected. Okay, so invert this, and these are both turned off, so both redstone. Connect them all together. And yeah, that's your second number decoded. And yeah, because I explained this in the previous tutorial, I'm just going to do these two combinations. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. My name is CodeCrafted, and I will see you in the next video.